Enable notifications by ringing the bell.
Hey, look, it's one of Nate's favorite movies.
Yes, it is.
Nate really likes this movie.
I like this movie too.
It's a good movie.
What movie?
Yeah, How to Train Your Dragon.
Oh, yes.
Okay,
It's
so
a good movie.
So How to Train Your Dragon, to me, when I first watched it, it blew me away. Literally, I was just like floored as to how they told the story, how the characters interacted with one another, and altogether, I thought it was probably I'd say probably the best animated film DreamWorks had put out at that time. And
But Nate, what about Shrek? I'm kidding. I'm fucking.
No. Here's the thing.
I'm fucking with you.
Here's one thing. I like Shrek 2 better than I like Shrek 1. Fight me, Internet. That's just how I feel about that.
If you would like to fight Nate, please write to.
Nothing, because I don't care to hear it.
Send me a message on Discord. We'll talk.
Jesus.
There's a list.
Look, no, I don't care. Look, I don't care if people disagree with me or hate that I say that.
Oh,
but,
I didn't say that. I said if they want to fight you.
Dude, that's what everybody says whenever they have an unpopular opinion on the internet.
Yeah, but there are actually people who want to fight you.
I know, and you know what? Bring it on. If they
That's what I'm working on,
well,
Nate.
if they feel that strongly about it, I will meet them on the field of battle.
I mean, we have a field out there.
I know, and I will battle them until they want to quit.
Two men enter, one man leave?
No!
Okay, I'm going to need a backhouse.
By a Waffle House.
Coming
Bitch,
soon.
I was like,
Renegade Fight
bitches
Club.
ain't Thunderdome. What you
2019.
talking about?
I mean,
all right,
look,
so-
I'll dig a pit out there. I don't
So,
care.
we ain't got much time, guys. So, what we're going to do is we're going to do How to Train Your Dragon. Everything great about it. So, let's just hop right in and...
Let's do the thing.
Let's do the thing, yeah.
Toothless! Does that make this a How to Train Your Dragon style DreamWorks logo? By golly, I think it does. I know this is sort of a typical tracking exterior shot, but since this movie is about flying on dragons, I call fly shadowing. Dragon shadow, toothless shadowing. Politeness.
Yep.
Beautiful beard win. Combining not one, not two, but three classic cliches together. Slow motion glamour hair flip shot, no look explosion walk away, closing with the right stuff hero walk. Maybe one cliche is a sin, but three together is a win.
Well, you made plenty of marks.
Craig Ferguson has done some stuff, but you don't expect a talk show host to be the comedy center of this movie. And he is.
He does an excellent job.
This will throw it for me.
Setting up Hiccup's engineering skills that he'd have the tools to develop in this smithy, I can't possibly be using that correctly, make it much easier to accept when he builds a tail fin contraption later on.
Yep.
Some anticipation building by not showing us the Night Fury's true form. It just blocks out the starlight behind it. DreamWorks animation style is one of my favorites. I touched on it a bit in Kung Fu Panda, but they blend animation with reality in a very pleasing way. Not every character is a perfect human specimen.
I ordered an extra large boy with beefy arms.
I can't believe they didn't let Jay Baruchel do a Scottish accent. So many beautiful beards.
My father told me to
It's
bang
Viking
my
culture,
head
dude.
against
What do you
the
expect?
rock. And I did it. That rock split in two.
Demolition lessons. It might not be good dinosaur levels of realism, but man is this scenery stunning.
It's real good.
Oh,
Dragon Mercy. I mean, talk about detail. Look at that iris, and again with a reflection of the tree in his pupil.
Yep.
And since Kung Fu Panda, I've been informed by some of my more knowledgeable fans that the reflection is actually a shader win for the technical team and software. So that's a win for my fan base. Still impresses me every time I see it.
really?
Human Mercy. Appropriate reaction.
Yeah.
Yep.
A dragon just tried to bite, roared right in your
Did they write
face.
lines specifically for Jonah
To
Hill?
the point where
or
you
did he
can
just
make
turn
out
everything into
what
a
its
Jonah Hill line?
tonsils look like.
No complaints. He's funny.
They'll see you as sick or insane and go after the more Viking-like teens.
Encouragement.
Monstrous nightmare.
Firepower 15.
In real life RPG stats. They
Well,
really
yeah,
nailed
stop
in the
that!
bird can't fly animation.
I love
Another
that.
animation detail that's completely unnecessary but nonetheless immerses you in the actual physics of this world is how the flame dances when he turns the page, creating a breeze. Maybe it's just another result of programming, but color me impressed.
Yeah?
The plethora of dragon types we don't see outside the book is a great example of how much thought and care was put into this film. And after the lightning strike, the dragon drawing starts to move around the page. Adds to the creep factor.
Night Fury. Speed unknown. Size unknown. Your only chance, hide and pray it does not find you.
Great way of showing how vastly the Vikings misinterpret the dragons, assuming that the Nightwing is the most evil and dangerous because they know almost nothing about it.
Is this some kind of
of a joke to you?
Maybe you can't really hear hair color and voice, but America Ferrera has me convinced. All the training sequences serve as visual fun and thrills, as well as push the story forward with all of Hiccup's questions and dragon exposition. And this 300 type world building, survive or don't, gives the Viking training philosophy a realistic feel. Toothless is some kind of super cute cross between a cat and a dog. Oh, and also my wife bought her Jeep because it reminded her of Toothless. Maybe a tad more cat, but sharing. And smiling.
Aww.
This is one of the sweetest scenes in the film, and the John Powell track encapsulates the uneasiness and slow acceptance between these two and their budding friendship. And the absolute trust that Hiccup offers Toothless is really touching.
Not a tattoo. It's a birthmark.
Okay, I've been stuck with you since birth, and that was never there before.
Bold move to not show us that tattoo, and I love it. Getting to see the fin construction and later the saddle is totally unnecessary and totally spectacular. It gives so much more value to the eventual flight. So much personality is packed into a creature that can't speak. Brains over brawn, immediately using his knowledge about dragons' feelings about eels and more importantly, eelpox. And a troubleshooting how to ride your dragon montage is the fastest way to nearly fall to your death.
Yup.
That sheep knows what's up.
He has this way with the beasts.
You don't even know. Adding to Hiccup's engineering prowess is the fact that they actually took aerodynamics into consideration with drag and lift, and nothing I really know anything about. But it all seems totally realistic and thought out. Any pilots care to confirm? Everything that's led up to this moment has been great cinema. Hiccup spares Toothless, so Toothless spares Hiccup. Then Hiccup feels guilty for rendering Toothless flightless, so he builds him a prosthetic only to realize Toothless can't control it himself, so he decides to help him. Riding a dragon is just a happy byproduct of Hiccup helping out his new friend.
Tongue hanging out.
Yep.
They capture the exhilaration of what flying must be.
Yeah.
Man of Steel made us
That
feel
right
power and
there
speed of
is-
flight, while Toothless gives us some sense of terror. You can almost feel the adrenaline rush as they approach the water.
The flying scenes in this movie are,
How amazing is John Powell's score over top?
to me,
And then this switch to basically
To me, it's just
instinctually
like the
flying
best.
is so intoxicating. You can feel the fight or flight. Well, flight or die response, I guess. Kick in and he just goes for it. Yeah!
Wait, cannon?
Internal fire shot show.
Yup.
This reminds me of the time that my brother had to break the bad news to my niece that no, she couldn't have a dragon as a pet because they don't exist.
yeah.
There were tears, but my wife is still holding out hope.
Just how long did you think you could
They
hide?
don't have dragons.
Her
Who
butler as a
doesn't?
father would be
The
terrified.
world.
Even when he
Get this
laughs, I
guy
feel
out
like he
there.
might pop
Find
my
me a
head off at any
dragon.
time or like kick me into a bottomless pit. All I'm saying is that he's a perfect cast for contract.
Good Metalocalypse call out there.
It was rough. Oh, almighty.
Only question I have is he praying to the Norse gods or the Marvel gods?
Whoa.
Defending your friend. All of them.
Thank you for nothing, you useless reptile.
I love the way Toothless's wings act like a parachute when he spreads them like that. It really shows that the animators attended flight school. Another amazing flying scene that conveys the
Yep.
wonder of being a monk.
And John Powell's score yet again.
Hugging.
All right, I admit it. This is pretty cool.
Honesty.
Well, I would have tied him to a mast and shipped him off for feeding gone mad. And you know it.
Stoic at the stand-up. The dragon first starts by trying to escape, not just attack like Cage Coliseum monsters generally do. Hint to their true nature. It isn't until it realizes it's trapped that it starts to stalk. Saving your friend. I know I've been gushing over the animation quality, but I've got to mention the lighting and shadows.
Yep.
Which has to be
Yeah.
thanks to Roger Deakins, the Coen brothers cinematographer.
Yep.
Little expectation subversion with the door slamming and bouncing open instead of staying shut like a typical animated film. Especially when 99% of those parents would be locking Hiccup up right now so he couldn't interfere. And I like that stutter step almost faint as a sign that Stoic immediately regrets his harsh words to his son.
I was a coward. I was weak. I wouldn't kill a dragon.
And that's really the heart of this film. Hiccup may have been afraid, but he wasn't a coward. Showing mercy is not cowardice.
First
Bingo.
ride one though.
And riding a dragon is braver than anything any Viking has ever done.
All hell is gonna break loose.
And my undies. Good thing I brought extras.
Viking honesty. That's
Yep.
the
Thank you,
engineering,
Craig
construction,
Ferguson.
and operator trust there. Also, this beehive shot of the dragons is super chilling.
Oh.
More proof of the dragon's true nature. No interest in killing humans, just running away from the Red Death. Finally seeing the giant Red Death in action is striking. It's no Godzilla atomic breath, but I'd be scared. And the flame coloring and effects are magnificent.
Oh, yeah.
Is that a Beowulf reference? Didn't see that coming.
It's working.
A little internal continuity there. The banging works on the Red Death, but it also disorients the dragons they're flying on. Yeah, true friendship. Even after the Vikings mistreat Toothless, he still trusts Hiccup. The final showdown is awesome. Fun flying and action, tense chases, beautiful silhouette battling amidst the clouds. Just a well-constructed set piece.
Yeah, it's real good.
The Red Death must have picked up a spread gun.
constant call out.
Faith in Hiccup. Amazing facial animation. The fact that they set up the way dragons breathe fire in this story by filling their mouths with gas and then sparking that gas as the final way to destroy the Red Death is such a well thought out solution and shows how much consideration went into the continuity of this film. I mean, what a gorgeous shot for a cartoon. And the image of Toothless flying into the fire to save his friend gets me every time.
I did this.
If you'll remember, that's the exact line Hiccup says when he finds Toothless tangled and injured.
I did this.
A turning point for both characters.
He's alive.
Hiccup's alive.
Well, you know, most of them.
Leave it to Gabber to underplay losing a foot, but that is the Viking way.
Turns out all we needed was a little more of this.
You just gestured to all of me.
Go back! Silver lining, his loss actually makes him a more fluid part of Toothless.
Yeah.
One more wonderful flying scene getting us hyped up for the sequel. Whoa, is this Jonsi? Like the guitarist from Sigur Rós?
Yep.
Who is Icelandic? Mm-hmm. Well done, movie. Well done. What a visually as well as emotionally beautiful film. The story of misunderstood enemies becoming friends with a touch of fatherly acceptance, fun action, and flying. John Paul's score brought the spirit of this movie to life. The voice actors were all at the top of their game right down to the smaller parts from Kristen Wiig and TJ Miller, but Jay Baruchel, America Ferrera, and Gerard Butler really gave us all the feels throughout. As I touched on a bit already, Hiccup and Toothless are basically the same personalities amongst their respective species. Neither likes to kill, both are somewhat outcasts and do things differently than the rest, and both end up losing a piece of an extremity. And the relationship they form is heartwarming and makes us all get choked up thinking about our own pets. How to Train Your Dragon is a great film because of likable characters,
We're dead.
solid pacing, fun action, a cute love story, and just dragons. But what sets this film apart are the themes and messages. The most basic is to be true to who you are, but with a unique spin. Hiccup never really pretends to be anything other than himself. It wasn't a lesson he needed to learn because he already had. I like that. Sure, he initially says he wants to kill dragons and be more Viking-like, but he intended to do so with his intelligence rather than pure brute force. On the contrary, he was true to himself even when no one believed in him. Another theme is a common animated trope that there are no true bad guys, just misunderstood guys. And although this movie leads us down that path, we eventually learn that not only are they misunderstood, but they're oppressed by the real bad guy. They're still a bad guy, and they don't shy away from dealing with him. Her.
It.
So not all dragons are bad, but not all dragons are good either. It's a stronger message than can't we all just get along. This film set up a great series, and throwing Jon Snow into the sequel was never a bad idea. If they'd only thought to cast the Mother of Dragons as well. You know who I'm talking about. No. My dog, Khaleesi.
Oh,
2 points.
That was a good puppy.
You're thinking about this, lad. It's not so much what you look like, it's what's inside that he can't stand.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It's not so much what's outside he can't stand. It's what's inside this movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Freaking Craig Ferguson.
Man.
Now, okay, the How to Train Your Dragon series, I'm happy that we're getting a third one. The second one, I would... Son of a...
Microphone ghost.
Do you want to talk about it?
No, I know what the problem is. I know what I need to do. I need a flathead screwdriver to fix that.
Also, an old priest and a young priest.
No. You know what I need? A shaved goat and a bottle of olive oil.
I got a flathead screwdriver. How about that?
Thank you. If this will fit, that is. And it will. Yay.
So anyway, yeah,
right.
How to Train Your Dragon was a real good movie.
It was.
There we go. Thank you, Ben.
You're welcome.
So, How to Train Your Dragon.
Multi-tools.
Yeah, very good film. Sequel, I thought just as good, if not better.
That's a tough thing to pull off.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's because instead of the characters, instead of telling and rehashing a story we've seen before, instead, the world grows, our characters grow, and the relationships grow. Like the relationship between Hiccup and Stoic, the relationship between Astrid and Hiccup, the relationship between Hiccup and Toothless, the relationship between all the Vikings and their dragons. I mean, it's just so well done, and it expands the world and shows and gives us a villain that has a legitimate gripe against the dragons. It shows him being how Stoic used to be, but instead of having someone there to save Stoic from his way of thinking, Hiccup saves Stoic from his way of thinking. Instead, it just let him fall into that pit of despair, and instead of trying to become friends with the dragons and actually accept the dragons, instead enslaving them. So everything just got bigger, better, and the stakes got higher too, because the second film didn't treat us like we were, like everyone in the audience was a bright-eyed, doe-eyed kid just there to watch dragons fly around. Instead, it actually had things in it that were just like, ooh, this is actually some pretty heavy stuff. Because I don't know if any of you out there have seen the second How to Train. Has anyone here seen the second one?
Yes.
I have not.
Okay,
I've seen it multiple times, and I love it.
Yes.
It's an amazing film.
So the second film, everything gets bigger, everything expands, although the first film did give me that thrill of seeing something like this for the first time, and that's something a sequel can't give you.
Right.
Well, it can in some ways, but it doesn't succeed most of the time. But the flying scenes in this, I saw both of these films in 3D, and worth it.
How are we doing on time?
We are right at the edge. So
okay, sorry. Just
it's okay. It's okay.
Didn't want to cut you off.
No, it's okay. So anyway, that was everything great about How to Train Your Dragon. So if you want to check out the original video, link in the description down below. Also, if you want to check out our other stuff, links to our Discord and our Patreon are down there as well. And I guess signing off until next time, I'm Nate.
I'm Ben.
I'm Quentin.
Nick.
And we will see you later, everyone. Peace out.